Hey guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny, and you never know what you're going to get on this channel. So, today's video, I thought I would do a try it again Thursday. Just a couple things I want to try. I'm going to do some stuff on this side and some stuff on this side. So, if this kind of stuff interests you, then keep on watching. To start things off, I did go ahead and use a primer that I love and trust, and that is the Hello Fab First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So, I use this, and I've had this on, normally I'll put it on, let it sit for about 5 minutes before I start applying foundation, but this has been up here for about an hour and a half. So anyway, so that's what I used, and I'm going to go in with, I have these two that I kind of want to see, you know, because this is no longer available, which is the Becca Light Shifter Doing Tint. I have mine in the shade Light Seeker 2.5. I want to see how this compares with this e.l.f. Halo Glow. I know this is staying out of stock. It's selling out. I was lucky to get it. But anyway, and because this isn't available, I think you could probably find it at TJ Maxx. But I'm going to put this on this side of the face and this on this side of the face. And I'm going to use a matte foundation just so we can see how much of a glow we get. And I'm going to go in with the She Glam Complexion Pro Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation. I have the shade Nude. It does have a pump. It's a glass bottle. It came in a velvet little pouch. It's all fancy smancy. Anyway, I'm going to use this foundation. So I'm going to apply those, and I will be right back. So here it is applied. This is the Becca, and this is the e.l.f. And looking at it, it looks like it is the same color. I tried to put an equal amount on both, so now I'm just going to use two brushes, two e.l.f. blending brushes, and I'm just going to blend that in and see what the end result is. Like I said, I did go in with the coconut smoothing moisturizing primer. That's never let me down. And I did put right in this, I have some texture right in here, and I did put a little bit of One Size Secure the Blur to see. Okay. So that is the e.l.f. side. Now we're going to go in with this brush and do the Becca side. I did get this Becca from, I think I did get this at Ulta when they were drastically reducing their prices, and I think this was probably the only shade they had left, and which is why I got it. I'm sorry, I'm looking in my mirror over here. This looks pretty spot on, if you ask me. I mean, I cannot tell the difference. I'm just kind of going in the center of my face and making an even blend. Wow, that's good to know. So, because I know you can sometimes find this at the discount stores. So, anyway, now for the foundation, I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a sponge with the She Glam foundation. And I also picked a sponge that I know has never let me down, which is my e.l.f. sponge. It applies beautifully and it cleans up nice. I never had a problem with anything sticking to it, and not sticking, I mean not able to come clean. It's always just done such a good job. I could probably put a little bit too much on, but that's all right. We'll fix that fairly easy. The foundation and concealer are the only things by She Glam that I have, but I've seen, you know, a lot of the mainstream influencers, they try it and they rave about it, but they're also sponsored, so I mean, you know, they're getting paid to say how good it is. But I was watching one of the ladies, gosh, still haven't learned everybody's name that I watched. At any rate, she used the, I think it was a chroma palette, and it was beautiful. So I do want to eventually try She Glam's blushes and eyeshadows. I did go ahead and prime my eyes with Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. And again, guys, if you can, you know, go help support Jen and her business. They lost their home in a fire, just a devastating fire. They're lucky to be alive. That's all she asks, is that you head over to Gerard Cosmetics and, you know, buy something. You know, just you can help that way. So for concealer, I'm going to use the She Glam, but I have these two in my collection, and I wanted to see if they are dupes. So this is the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint in Peach, and this is the Kaja Catnap. It's the same thing. They're the brightening. So I wanted to see how these differ from one another. I didn't realize I had two of the same. So I'm just going to put a little bit right there in the corner. And the Milani is a lot more liquidy, thinner than the Kaja, but I mean, this of course it comes with the doe foot. So let me see how this blends out, and we'll see just how brightening. And if you need both, the Kaja one, I have that because it came in a boxy charm a couple of years ago, and I forgot I had it, honestly. I actually think I like the Milani side a little bit better. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Alrighty. And for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the same thing. This She Glam. Not that I really need any concealer, but I always seem to wear it. And I like this. This goes on it feels very moisturizing. So I'm just going to take and blend that with the other end of the sponge. It blends out really good. Trying not to get my eyelids. But it is very, very hard not to with hooded eyes. Usually when that happens, I just take a puff or, you know, the edge of a paper towel, and, you know, this is what I use to wring my sponge out, and I'll just kind of go in and remove whatever I put up there, whether it's foundation or concealer, powder, whatnot. So alrighty, I am not seeing any difference in terms of brightness or glow between the e.l.f. and the Light Seeker. This eye, to me, looks a little bit brighter, and this is the side that I used the Milani, so like that. For powder, I'm going to go in with one size, secure the blur, and I want to see if this does in fact secure the blur. Alrighty, I am going to put this on, you know what, I'm going to put this on the sponge. My sponge is only slightly damp. And we'll see. I'm not trying any cream products today. Let's see how blurred this is. This is blurred. This is, set that eye base. This is definitely securing the blur for sure. Wow, good stuff. Let me go in and powder the rest of my face, and actually I wanted to use this, the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. Hadn't used this in a while. I think this is in the shade, yep, Porcelain. And I'm just gonna put some on this Gerard Cosmetics big brush and just go in and set the rest of the face. If you saw yesterday's video, you know that I was dealing with a kidney stone. And thank you, Ash, for checking on me. It means more than I can say. Ash, Makeup and Chaos, they are the sweetest. And I have not seen it pass. However, I'm not writhing in agony either. Alright guys, I'm going to do something with these eyes and I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Went ahead and did my eyes, but I'm going to save the last step so we can do it together. On my eyes, I have taken out some Urban Decay palettes today because I was going to do my rankings, and this is what they look like now. I absolutely love this color story. I just do. So, I pulled out the Heavy Metals palette, and I pulled out the After Dark, which they're all shimmers, as is the Heavy Metals. And then I brought out my trusted Born to Run palette. So I used Riff in the crease. I used Hail Ride, and I used punk to deepen the outer corner a little bit. And then I went in with the Heavy Metals palette, and I used the shades. I started out with Mullet, which is, let me see if I can get this where it's not going to blind you. I'll just use my hand. I went in with that shade, this shade, and then I went in on the outer and I used these two to kind of transition it. And I swatched those on my hand to show you. But on top of the green, I went in on the After Dark palette and used the shade Lounge. And this swatches like this. So this is over top of this is at the end of this, and this is kind of transitional mall. So anyway, I love those palettes, but they're messy. They're very messy. Because unless you're going to do a whole shimmery eye, then you could use them independently. But anyway, I love the eyes. I'm loving this eye look. I'm not liking my base, but I still have some dry spots that pop up right there that are very pronounced. So to make this fun, I pulled out my moon dust. I think that's what they're called, moon dust. And I'm going to use, let's see, that's a purple, and this is what I always use. Let's see. That's those. I'm going to go in with this shade. And I'm just going to put it on my finger, and I'm going to tap it on top of those crease colors. Just to amp it up and to hide the texture that I have. These moon dust are my favorite. They're my favorite shadows, period. Now I'm going to just take a blending brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend that a little bit, because when you apply with your finger, you can't never hardly ever get it even. So I'm just going to blend that in. And now that eczema spot, psoriasis, whatever it is not as noticeable. I don't think. Looking in the mirror myself, it's kind of hidden. So at any rate, that's what I did with this palette. So, you know, it took me 1, 2, 3, 4 palettes to create this look, and I went ahead and did my brows with my ColourPop. I plucked at them a little bit last night, and they got a little angry with me, but I put that on there. So now for bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Ciate London Bamboo Bronzer in the shade Aruba Island. And let's see what I think of this. I think the last time I used it, I thought it was kind of too red. So we're just going to start out with just a little bit. It is very warm. Very warm. Very light hand. I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. Thursday. Well, I hope you had a good Tuesday, too. I am having, so far, so good. Alrighty. Now, I'm just going to take and try and blend this a little bit better. Especially on my 5 head, you can really see the harsh line. Yeah, I think this is going to be just a little too warm. But that leads me to this. The Park Avenue Princess. I haven't really been able to find anything in here that I can use. Just kind of all seems patchy on me. But let's try the brighteners. We'll try the Halo and Enhance. These two. I'm going to mix them together on my brush and kind of see if I can lighten just this area up. So I've got some on the brush. That did brighten it. I can see a difference. For sure. For sure. I'm going to take a little bit and also go underneath there. I'm wearing way more powder than I should. Somebody with dry skin. But it's alright. It's just makeup. Nobody else has to like it. So that was a little second chance. And for blush, I pulled out my BH Cosmetics Glowing in Grease. I love this palette. This palette has some blushes as well as a few highlighters. You can use these as blush toppers on your eyes, and you know, you can use them anywhere. But this palette is super pigmented. So I think I'm going to go in with, let's go in with Mykonos. This one right here. Just feel like because the bronzer was so orangey, warm, that this one might look okay on it. Tap, 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 tap. Alrighty, let's see. Yep, that blended perfect. Right where I have it. This palette, I don't know if this is still available on BH's website, but if it is, man, pick it up. I mean, it was probably $10, $7, something like that, and it's very worth it. Very, very worth it. So, blush with that palette. Now, for highlighter, I've got two. We'll use some more powder. I've got the Gerard Cosmetics highlighter in Maryland, and I want to use this Jacqueline Cosmetics in the luminous powder in Do Me. I want to bring some life back to this, but I am going to go in. I'm going to give Gerard Cosmetics some love, and I really like this. Well, this one's come off, but they have a little protector that goes over here, a little screen, but mine's long been gone. But I'm just going to take a little bit of this, because it doesn't take much. And just going to put it right there. At the top of my cheeks. I'm not going with too much highlighter, because that that powder is supposed to be a brightening, luminous powder. So I don't ever do this highlight my brow bone, but here we go. All right, and there. Perfect. So that's what the face is looking like now. Let me spray it a little bit. Where'd you go? I'm gonna spray a little bit with my MAC Fix Plus. This isn't a second try. This is a third, fourth, fifth bottle. So, but I do like that, and it does bring the powder down some. Then I'm gonna fan it a little bit. Alrighty, I feel like it's dry now. And let's go in with this. Okay. It's already a little bit out of the sifter. And I'm going to use a stippling duo fiber with this powder to hopefully kind of get it all over the face, not just in one little area. But let's compare the two sides. They both look the same to me. I think if you have and you can get the e.l.f., go for it. If you can't and you have the Becca, it do the same thing that will. And we already did the dupe with Charlotte Tilbury, and in my opinion, it was the same, e.l.f., if not better. I haven't seen a review yet that says Charlotte Tilbury is better. So there's that. And see how much this powder, how much glow this is going to give us. Get off me. It gives a subtle glow, I think. Let me spray it and I'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, this is the finished look. Thank you for sticking with me on this Try It Again Thursday. I hope you all have a great day. Stay beautiful and be kind. Bye.